So I thought I'd give you an update as to how things are going with the cats and their bonding. They haven't progressed a great deal. They still need to be in separate areas. Otherwise Johnny tends to want to run at Rosebud and ends up in a bit of a tussle. And Rosebud's still quite wary of him and just wants to sort of get away from him at the moment. But they are getting more used to the idea that each one is in the house. So getting more used to each other's presence, I suppose. Johnny, come here, Taylor, good boy. They're both great friends with the dogs. They both love the dogs, but they're not so keen on each other just yet. That's often the way with species. Like the rabbits are fine with Rosebud and things going in their room, fine with the dogs, but they don't, put another rabbit in there and they'd have a cow. So what we're doing at the moment is we are very close. We are dividing up the house into two areas so that we can have them with plenty of room and around us, and also near each other, but not able to get to each other and fight, because we want to keep the interactions as positive as we can. As positive as we can at the moment. So I'll show you what I've rigged up just to divide the house into two different spots. So I'll set this barrier up here to divide the two sides of the house. I'm hoping that it'll keep Rosebud definitely contained to her side. She's fine just with the lower baby gate section. She doesn't actually jump over it, she just waits to be let in or out. But Johnny's easily jumps over the baby gate, so I'm hoping this extra panel here will just stop him from jumping over. I'll see if he climbs it, but hopefully not. And that will just divide the house in two so that I can keep one of the cats, either Rosebud or Johnny, on the side that you're seeing facing you. And that's got a really large room set up with litter box, food, water, cat toys, big bay windows, and also the cat that's on that side will have access to our bedroom as well, so they'll be able to sleep with us. On the other side of this gate, the cat will have more room to the big cat tree and that sort of thing. Obviously another litter box setup, food setup, that sort of stuff. But they won't be sleeping with us. So I'll be able to, daily, if I'd like to, rotate the cats between these two areas. There's Johnny having a bit of a look. Rotate them between the two areas because it's really important that they swap territories, that they don't get to set on one area being their own territory. So I'll be swapping them around regularly. And also I thought it'd be really good because they'd be able to see, hang on, Johnny just wants to go through. Yeah, Johnny, want to go through, darling? That he's changed his mind. They'll be able to see each other, which is another really good step, I think, just constantly, seeing each other and being able to smell each other without actually fighting. Because at the moment I'm having to shut, like this sort of solid door and they can't actually see each other. So I think that'll be another progression. A bit like pre-bonding, I guess, that I do with the rabbits.
So you're the house, when I walked into the house, what I've done is I've secured some little eyelets, just like I do in my rabbit's rooms, for these sort of things, and popped in these little poles. And I've done it over this side and I've threaded the pole through the little hooks here, the little, what do you call them, bits of the
So this is our finished product, and this one actually works. So it's like a gate door, like a cross between a gate and a door. I wanted something that would let light and air through. I searched for designs online and I saw someone had made something very similar to this. And thankfully I have a very clever husband who could work out how to build it for me. So it is just made out of dressed pine, so it's nice and light still. And I wanted it so that the cats could obviously still see each other and smell each other. And so I thought having the little gap design so that they could sort of fit their paw through would be really good. If they were both, because Rosebud doesn't really want to fight Johnny, Johnny really wants to fight Rosebud. If they were both wanting to fight each other, I wouldn't have the gap there because they could just still get at each other through the gate. But this way I thought, seeing Rosebud isn't trying to fight Johnny, they can still interact as they get more friendly, but she's not going to go up to the gate and fight him. She's going to stay away from him until then. So yeah, and this works. We tried it last night. We still have to put a latch on. It hasn't got a proper latch, but we did a makeshift latch last night when we put it up, and it works really well. Johnny can't scale it, which is why we only put the brace up the top. and across the middle, not down the bottom, because we thought it'd be less likely he'd be able to climb it. And yeah, it works really well. I've also got my Sentry cat calming spray back from someone that I lent it to and they didn't need it anymore. I really like the Sentry spray. It's similar to the feline, no, not feline, Filiway spray that I have plugged in the room that Johnny was in to start with. It just puts out the pheromone technology, which is like what a mother cat will put out to her kittens, just to let them know that everything's okay, you know, be calm. And this is the same brand as the collar that is being sent from the lady that we got Johnny. So you can just, with this spray you can just spray it on, say, a bed that they're going to be sleeping on or a place that they're going to be regularly in. I always use it for Rosebud when we go to the vet, just to calm her down and make sure she feels safe in her carrier. So I always spray it in her carrier before we go to the vet. So that's something else that I will be using to try and help them as well, and to see how that goes. So we will try everything we can, and yeah, hopefully eventually they will realise that they're both gorgeous and should be good friends.